Dear student, now I give lecture on generation of impulse currents. This topic comes under generation of high currents. The generation of impulse currents topic again subdivided into generation of high impulse currents and generation of rectangular current pulses. First, generation of high impulse currents. For producing large values of impulse currents, a number of capacitors are charged in parallel and discharged in parallel into the circuit. Okay, the arrangement of capacitor is shown in figure 1. Now you see the figure. This figure represents the arrangement of capacitors for generation of high impulse current only. Okay, now see the input is DC. So the capacitors, you see vertically 2 row is there. So left hand side 4 and then right hand side 4 and then horizontally 4 and then once that is the flat strip means the inverted U shape is there. No, that line only represents the flat strips and then the center circle is the general connection. In the figure the dotted line is there. No, that is nothing but the hollow tubes only. So this is the arrangement of capacitors for generation of high impulse currents only. Okay, now we studied about the theory part of the generation of high impulse currents. Okay, in order to minimize the effective inductance, the capacitors are subdivided into smaller units. If there are N1 group of capacitors, each consisting of N2 units, if the L0 is the inductance of the common discharge path, L1 is the inductance of the each group and L2 is the inductance of the each unit. So now the formula, that is the effective inductance formula is L equal to L0 plus L1 divided by N1 plus L1 divided by N1 N2. Once again I repeat, L is the effective inductance, L1 is the inductance of the each group. Okay, that is N1 is called as the group of capacitors and then L2 is nothing but the inductance of each unit and then N2 is the each group consisting of some number of units, that units is N2. Okay, then the arrangement of capacitors into a horseshoe shaped layout which is used to minimize the effective load inductance. So the arrangement is how is means horseshoe shaped layout only. Now you see the circuit diagram. This is nothing but the shape of the arrangement of the capacitor for generation of high impulse current pulses. The shape is horseshoe shaped layout only. Why this type of shape we selected for arrangement of capacitor is to minimize the effective load inductance. So the essential part of an impulse current generators are, first one is a DC charging unit. Why we are using the DC charging unit? So it's used to give a variable voltage to the capacitor bank. Second one is capacitors. So the capacitor is designed a high value. The value is 0.5 to 5 microfarad. So each capacitor with very low self inductance capable of giving high short circuit currents only. That's why the capacitor is designed with very low self inductance. The next part is an additional air cored inductor. Okay, so the air cored inductor is designed to high current value only. The next part is the proper shunt and oscilloscope, that is the CRO, which is used for the measurement purpose only. The last part is triggering unit and spark gap. So the fourth are used for initiation of the current generator. So totally the impulse current generator consists of 5 parts. Once again I recall, first one is DC charging unit, second one is capacitors, third one is air cored inductor, fourth one is shunt and CRO, fifth one is triggering unit and spark gap. Okay, now we studied about the subtopic of the generation of impulse currents the last topic is the generation of rectangular current pulses. Okay, the generation of rectangular current pulses of high magnitudes. What is the magnitude? Few hundred ampere and the duration up to 5 millisecond only. Okay, so the generation of rectangular current pulses of high magnitudes can be done by discharging a pulse network or cable previously charged. Previously already the rectangular current is charged. Again, if you want to discharge means we are using the pulse network for discharging purposes. So the both, that means the basic circuit and the setup for producing the rectangular pulses is shown in the figure 2a and 2b. Now you see the circuit diagram. The figure A represents the basic circuit of rectangular current pulses. So the input is DC, then next RS resistor, that is the charging resistor. Okay, and then one rectangular square box is there. No, that is only represent the cable or pulse network. Why we are using the cable or pulse network? For discharging purpose. Okay, then next two sphere gap, that is the spark gap, where T is the test object. So this is the parts of the basic circuit of rectangular current pulse. The figure B represents the setup, that is the schematic setup for producing the rectangular current pulses. See, first DC, then charging resistor RS. So in between the capacitor C, and then inductance L. So the L and C, that network, LC network, that is for pulse forming network. Okay, so how many LC is there? Totally 4 is there. And then S is the triggering spark gap only, and then RV represents potential divider for voltage measurement, and then RSH is used to measure the current shunt for current measurement only. So this is the circuit diagram. Okay, now we studied about the theory explanation of basic circuit and producing of rectangular impulse pulses, that is current pulses. The length of the cable or an equivalent pulse forming network is charged to a specified DC voltage. And then the spark gap is short circuited. The cable or the pulse network discharges through the test object. You see the charge resistance is there, the cable is designed, that means to a specified DC voltage only. And then when the spark gap is short circuited means the cable or pulse network is discharged through test object T only. Okay, then to produce a rectangular pulses, a coaxial cable of such impedance, that means we are used, that is how can we calculate the coaxial cable of surge impedance for rectangular pulse producing? Z0 equal to root of L0 divided by C0, where L0 is the inductance, C0 is the capacitance per unit length. Okay, then the cable or the pulse network is charged to a voltage capital V and discharged through the test object of resistor R. So therefore the current pulse I is found by the formula I equal to V divided by Z0 plus R. The symbol Ohm's law formula only, I is equal to V by R. Same logic is used here. So therefore the current pulse I is equal to V divided by Z0 plus R. Okay, then a pulse voltage RV divided by R plus Z0 is developed across the test object R, and the pulse current I is sustained by a voltage wave V minus IR. For R equal to Z0, suppose R equal to Z0, what is the Z0? Z0 is the coaxial cable of surge impedance. Okay, the reflected waveform, the open end of the cable terminates the pulse current I into the test object R, and the pulse voltage becomes equal to V by 2 only. So students, in this lecture video clearly we understand the concept of generation of high current pulses, and then how to generate the rectangular current pulses. Okay, thank you students for watching this video.